History in the Caulfield Guineas, an early contender for Best Ride of the Spring. Have we found our final Everest runner? And a look ahead at some huge Group 1 racing. This is Performance Review with the Boss.
Autumn Boy at the 100 metres, Planet Red trying hard, but it's Autumn Boy, a star in October.
Let's start at Caulfield in the Guineas. It's all about Autumn Boy, who created history, following in his father's footsteps, Autumn's son, who won this race in 2018. This win gave Damien Lane and Chris Waller back-to-back victories after they claimed the race last year with Private Life. What's next for Autumn Boy? Possibly a start in this year's Ladbrokes Cox Plate. He's only had 5 starts, so for me, it's possibly a year too soon. And what about Wogeton? Well, he was disappointing again.
Globe kicks, Globe sprinted better, and Globe is going to upset them. Globe wins, Globe by 2.5, a terrific ride.
On to the Might and Power, and this was billed as a heavyweight battle between Treasure of the Moment and Buckaroo, but Globe spoiled the party. This was a great ride by Blake Shin on Globe. He went out early and set a nice pace, everyone was comfortable, got to the 1400 metre mark, backed the speed out of the race, putting doubt into Damien Lane and J-Mac's minds what to do next. Then, at the half mile, he put his foot down and went flat out and stole the race. Treasure of the Moment. Well, she looked a little bit flat to me running second. A decision will be made in the next 24 hours whether she goes on to the Ladbrokes Cox Plate. From what I seen in yesterday's Might and Power, she's going to struggle. The final Group 1 race of the day, the Toorak Handicap, and that great Queenslander Tony Golan continued his great form throughout the spring and won with Transatlantic, who led all the way. This was a very clever ride by Mark Zahra. He took on the initiative, led, controlled the speed and gave nothing else a chance. Mark Zahra continued his great form in the Scalacci on the 6-year-old Giga Kick, who went bang late. After a frustrating run with injuries, this was Giga Kick's first win in 2.5 years. Having won the Everest in 2022 and 1 slot available, does Clayton Douglas take the call? Wow, it's a big decision. I'm not so sure. There are other options. I would be looking at the Champion Sprint at Flemington early next month. I was on Jockey Watch yesterday, and it was all about the Victorian jockeys in the features. Damien Lane, Blake Shin and Mark Zahra. Our country's best jockey, J-Mac. Well, he started Melbourne Spring a little bit slow, but ride him off at your own peril. Looking ahead, huge racing in Sydney and in Melbourne. Let's start in Sydney. The richest race on turf, the $20 million Everest. I'm taking on the world's best sprinter in Kaiying Rising. It's Lady Shenandoah for me. Finally, this year's Caulfield Cup. Half Yours looks very hard to beat, but I found one. Verban. I loved his run in this year's Metropolitan, where he had no luck at all.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.